remember the covenants. You know why? Because my set time has come. And now that is my set time, I must possess. The question is, how do I pressure the covenant? It's an outward expression of your innermost frustration and pain. Crying is an emotional reaction to injustice. Crying, in the school of destiny, there is no gentlemanism. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, you are too gentle for a miracle. You are too quiet for a breakthrough. Push your neighbor, tell him you are too quiet for a change of level. That's why women live longer than men. There are so many grandmothers but very few grandfathers. Because we have been taught from childhood as men, something happened, you would have cried out. They say, take it like a man. That word, take it like a man, has killed so many men. When a woman is troubled, she cries out. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that I need attention. Look at your neighbor, tell him, cry out. A man is going through fire. He withdraws from everybody. I just want to be alone. My brother, now death be that too. The man that invented kettle, the one you use in boiling water, the first experiment, the kettle had no mouth. So they loaded water, covered it, and put it on the fire. When the pressure was too much, the kettle exploded. Boom! The second experiment, they said, let's create a mouth so that when the pressure is much inside, the mouth will open and there will be a relief. So they put a hole. When the pressure is much, the steam and the heat comes out through the mouth so that the kettle will not explode. When God gave you a mouth, one of the reasons why he gave you a mouth is not only to eat eba and amala. It's not only to gossip. It's not only to talk, but it's also to cry out. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth should speak out. When the pressure is too much, the mouth should open so that you can find relief. David said, when my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. What do I do at the rock? I need to cry out to the one that can help me. Some of you men, you're going through something, you sit down quiet. What's gonna be is gonna be. That is another lie that they taught us. What's gonna be is gonna be. There's nothing like that. What's gonna be is gonna be because you make it happen. At this point, you know what I'm saying here? Women cry out. So when they cry out, the pressure comes out. So they live long. The man is quiet. Are you okay? I'm fine. Under air condition is sweating. His BP has gone very high. And when they die, we blame Satan. But it's high blood pressure. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, cry out. If not, next time, don't sit close to me in church. When they say it is your set time, it means it is time to cry out. Who do I cry out to? the altar. Because there are people you cry to. They take your matter and put it online. My brother. The rich also cry. Oh, Sister Felicia. When you see her dress, you would think they don't have problem. She came to my house, so come and see how she was crying. My sister, thank God for me. Oh, that's the wrong person to cry to. Take it to the Lord in prayer. When they cried, God remembered his covenant. Number 2, how do I cry? Simple. I look for anything that touch God and I touch it. Not touches God like the things of God. He said that which you have done to the least in the kingdom, you've done it to me. When you gossip Mrs. Elizabeth, it was God you were gossiping. When you discourage him from being an usher by scandalizing him, it was God you were insulting. That which you do to the least in the kingdom, you have done it to me. Anytime you want to pressure the covenant, I have a problem, I need God's intervention, I come into the house of God and I look around the house of God. What is the need in God's house that I can meet? When I meet that need, bam, I pressure the covenant. Our women coordinator, 12 years of marriage. Is it 12 or 13? 13 years of marriage. No child. Never took in for once. She decided to pressurize the covenant. She will come to church. She will sweep the church. She will clean the seats. She will dust everywhere. Fetch water. Wash the toilet. Fetch water and keep for church use. She will lie down on the altar. Oh God, there shall be no barren in the land. As I wash your house, any obstacle blocking me from being a mother, let it be removed from my life. As I clean your house, every block fallopian tube, Lord, clean it away from my life. She was pressurizing the covenant until she became pregnant. She didn't know. Mrs. Alabi was pregnant. She didn't know. Her sister that works with teaching hospital in Ibadan called her and said, come, let us examine you. When she got to Ibadan, they did pregnancy test. The sister asked her, have you done pregnancy test? He said, what kind of mockery is that? That's a mockery. They did a pregnancy test. Lo and behold, she was 2 months pregnant and she did not know. When you pressure the covenant, you get the reward of the covenant. Am I talking to anybody here? Am I talking to anybody here? Listen to me, child of God. It is your set time. It is your season. Look for something in the house of God that you can do. Look for what you can fix. If it is a window, fix it. Walk to our Father and ask him, Daddy, what are the needs in the church? Decide that henceforth I will supply the diesel that they will use in every church service. Decide and say, henceforth, all the church toilets will be taken care of by me. Decide that henceforth, the fuel to run the church should be on me. I will not allow any other person do that. Let it come from me. You are pressurizing the covenant. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, you don't quiet for too long. It's time to pressure the covenant. It's time to pressure the covenant. It's time to pressurize the covenant. It's time to pressurize the covenant. It's time to pressurize the covenant. Number 3, how do I pressurize the covenant? I pressurize the covenant by tithing. Somebody say tithe. Tithe is beyond money. Tithe is honor. Malachi chapter 3 from verse 1. He said, children honor their father. If I be your father, where is my honor? Tithing is about honor. Money has different names and meaning. When a father collects bride price for his daughter, is he selling his daughter? They are tired. Let's close. I know when they are tired. Look at me, everybody. When a father demands for bride price for his daughter, he is not selling his daughter. I have 3 girls. I know how much it's costing me to raise them.